Algebra is all about breaking down lots of words into just a couple of choice letters and numbers. It makes solving problems doable. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start out with some very simple, basic translations so that we build our ability to use our translation tools from words into algebraic expressions later on as we get to more advanced word problems. So here we go. I've got a couple of, actually 3 different phrases that all can be translated the same way, just to get you used to seeing them in case you're exposed to any of these types. The sum of a number W and 12. Well, sum means addition, so you are adding some number that we're calling W. So we're going to add some number that we're calling W to the number 12. So W plus 12. And that would be the algebraic expression translated from this. This says 12 more than a number W. Well, this would be 12 more than a number W. You could also write that as 12 in addition to the number W, just like that. But with the commutative property, we know that 12 plus a number is the same as a number plus 12. So it does not matter which order you write it in. Now, with this problem, a number W plus 12, that's literally translating left to right, so some number W plus 12. So they all mean W plus 12. Now, let's take a look at what happens when subtraction is involved. This says a number X minus 7. Well, how would we translate that? X minus 7. Not bad. This next one says the difference of a number, sometimes read the difference between a number X and 7. Well, if I was to find the difference between like 10 and 7, we would do 10 minus 7. Well, I've got the difference between X and 7, so that would again be X minus 7. The order matters with subtraction because subtracting 7 minus 10 is very different from subtracting 10 minus 7. This one often confuses people with the order of how to write it, but it's not bad. 7 less than a number X. Well, the way I think of this is, if I have 7 less than 10, that would be taking 7 away from 10, or doing 10 minus 7. Now, looking ahead to this, if I have 7 less than a number X, the number X is like that number 10 in the last piece, so we're taking 7 away from it. We are going to look in the next clip at how to translate multiplication and division. Stoked for it. And now continuing on by translating some expressions that involve multiplication and division. In this piece right here, we've got 6 times a number X. How do we write that out? Well, we can write that out as either 6 times with a dot for multiplication. We no longer use the X because if we do, it looks like you're doing 6xx. So 6 times a number X, or you could write it as 6 with an X right next to the 6. That also means multiplication. This says the product of 6 and a number X. Product is another way of communicating multiply. So multiply 6 and X. So again, we could write the same expression, either or. Now with division, just like with subtraction, the order matters in which we write out our translation. So this says a number B divided by 16. Okay, so we're going to take a number B and we're going to divide by 16. A perfectly simple translation. That can also be written as B over 16. This expression here says the quotient of B and 16. Quotient in mathematics means the result, the answer to a division problem. So we can't simplify to the answer, but we can at least do the division. So we are going to divide B and 16. Again, the order matters there. So you're going to get B divided by 16 or B over 16. Just a couple of other ways that we could translate given words into simpler algebraic expressions. In case you didn't have enough, I figured I'd throw in a couple extra bonus problems just to help you out with the translations. It's a very important concept and some students struggle with it, so I figured here's a little bonus material for you. We're going to translate each of these expressions into algebraic expressions. So word expressions into algebraic expressions. Here we go. 18 less than P. If you recall, what we talked about is 18 less than P is the same as saying like 18 less than some number 20. So that would be 20 minus 18 if I took 18 less than or 18 subtracted from. So if it's 18 less than some number p, that'd be the same as p minus 18. So the 20 has nothing to do with the exact answer that we're going for here. It was just a comparison to show you variables and numbers, one and the same thing. This says x more than 22. So I'm taking a number x, some unknown number, and adding it, putting it on top of 22. So x more than 22 would be the translation there. And finally, this says the quotient of 8 and t. Quotient means to divide. And so if we're dividing here, we need to go in the order in which this is presented, the quotient, the division problem of 8 divided by t. So you could write that as 8 divided by t, like this. And that is a funky looking t, but it'll pass. Or, let's try that t again, 8 over t. So just a couple extra problems for you. Hope it helped.